How to be more creative. While this may seem like a very simple question, it's one that packs a punch, especially in today's creator economy where people are constantly looking for ways to make money by creating things, creating content, having ideas, creating a business. So if you're looking to know how to be more creative, in this video I'm going to be sharing 4 major things that have helped me grow my creativity and thrive in that space. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, if you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Dise. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure you hit subscribe. Thank you guys for all of the love on my previous videos. I see you guys are really making the effort to push and to grow, and I'm very happy to see that. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about creativity. I feel like that is such a backbone and a foundation of who I am. I always say that I love creativity. I love to be able to think about ideas. I love to be able to think about things and implement them. It's something that gives me a lot of joy. Now, while this is something for me that comes easily, it might not be the case for everybody, and it's also something that you kind of build momentum on with experience and with constantly creating and constantly doing things. Firstly, I really believe that everybody is creative, and I've said that in one of my previous videos. Everybody has a creative bone in their body. It might not be in the sense that you think. Some people are more innovative than maybe arts creative. There's different ways that people are able to express themselves, but fundamentally all of this is creativity. So the first thing I want to talk about is the art of sitting still. One of the major ways that you can learn to train your mind and your thoughts to be more creative, to have more ideas, is to learn how to sit still. This can be really difficult because it's kind of hard to be idle sometimes. You go to work, you're on your phone, you're watching a movie, you're sleeping, you're just constantly engrossed in so many activities day to day, minute to minute. But a major thing that really helps to build creativity is learning how to sit still. Learning how to sit still and do nothing but focus on your own thoughts. Understand every aspect of your thoughts, understand what you're thinking about. Just focus on being present, on being mindful. So you can literally sit on your bed, and this is something that I do a lot. I'll sit on my bed and I'll just start thinking. I'll just start thinking about how do the sheets feel on my body? How do I feel in this very moment? How does my head feel? Do I have a headache? Do I feel okay? Do I feel happy? Just kind of checking in. Sitting still, not pressing my phone, not being on Instagram, not being on TikTok or any social media platform, not talking to anybody but myself. So that is kind of like a foundation for creativity. Learning how to just be your own person. Learn how to just be with you and be for you. Understand your thoughts, understand your feelings, know how to process them, know how you're feeling in that moment. Know if you need to focus on something else, because sometimes you can be there and then you can notice that your mind is maybe focused on a past event, and that is not something that is helpful right now. So knowing how to also direct your thoughts to the present. This is a constant practice, mindfulness. And what happens with this is that you're now able to understand your thoughts. You're now able to spend more time on problems, spend more time solving problems. And creativity really comes out of knowing how to solve problems. Now, the next thing is knowing how to take an answer even further. So let me give you an example. You have a brand or you have a business, or even if it's like your personal brand, and you're looking for how to be more creative, how to create more content for your brand. It starts with being able to sit and think about who are the people that I'm talking to. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about understanding your brand's message and understanding your target audience. And that's just a great way to explain this concept. So you think about who are the people that I'm speaking to? What am I telling them? What is the thing that they are missing? So it's knowing that I, as a creative, I'm speaking to fellow creatives. And then I sit and I ask myself, like, what is the thing that creative people are missing or creative people want to hear more of? They want to be cheered on. They want to be inspired. They want to know that they are not alone. Particularly, I speak to a lot of multi-passionate people because I am a multi-passionate person. So it's a case of sitting down and asking myself, yourself, Dise, as someone who is multi-passionate, as someone who at the beginning of your career, you spent a lot of time trying to fit into all of these multiple niches. I started in photography, I went into videography, I was doing fashion content, I was doing beauty, makeup content, and all of these things, they are all me. They are who I am. They're part of the things that make me happy, and I don't like to feel restricted to something else. Understanding that problem, understanding how for such a long time I felt really lost and I felt like I couldn't connect to people that had very specific niches. What do I need as a person, as a creative? What do I need? What's the kind of community that I need? It's just being able to understand my problem and being able to take the answer even further. So that requires you sitting still. It requires you thinking about it. Like I have said, it was so difficult for me in the beginning to just kind of navigate as someone that is multi-passionate. So I know that that is a problem for other people, because there's so many people like that like to do so many different things. So understanding that answer and then knowing that this is my message. I know the people I'm talking to are creative people. So how do I create content in that line? It starts with knowing the message, knowing what I want to talk about, and then really just sitting in on all of that. Really taking the solution and the answer even further to say, what do people want to hear? So that's such a great way to learn how to boost your creativity, to learn how to think more, to be more critical in the way that you think and express yourself. Sitting in your thoughts, understanding the problem, and looking for ways to solve those problems. Next up is journaling. This is something that I would always recommend. I always talk about. I tell my friends all the time. I have multiple journals and I've been journaling for years now in different forms. So I have a journal that's like a daily journal where I talk about how I feel. I talk about everything that has happened for that day. What that helps me do is that it helps me identify my trail of thought. It helps me to kind of like decompress. It helps me to unpack everything that I'm feeling, right? And once you're able to unpack things, you're able to understand them even better. You're able to understand how they feel you on a day-to-day, or how they affect you, how they impact your life. And those things, some things can even hinder your creativity. But you're able to take that problem, you're able to break it down, and you're able to see what the issue is. Another thing about journaling is that it's a good reference point, because video ideas that I've had that just kind of come to my mind, I'm able to like write them down, even if it's not something that I want to implement in that moment, but I have a reference. I can always go back to it. When I go back to it and I look at the journal and I look at the entry, I can sit on it even further. So it's back to the first step, like taking that idea you have, because you have a place where you've written it down, looking at it and really sitting there longer and seeing how it develops. Because over time, we learn a lot, we're growing, our thought process will be different. So it's good to identify whatever ideas you have and how they have thrived in the present and current time. So journaling is so important. It helps you to unpack, helps you to unwind, helps you to plan, helps you to really know your thoughts better. I'm able to really communicate things well. And I kind of ascribe that to knowing how to journal, because in the process of writing my thoughts and my ideas, I'm able to assimilate better. I'm able to understand who I am, what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling this way. So it helps me to speak from a place of understanding. So being able to create more comes from a place of a deep understanding of yourself. And then it's also important to seek inspiration from so many places. Seek inspiration from Pinterest, from Instagram. I think Pinterest is really a great resource for me, because someone has done something and, well, there's nothing new under the sun. It's just a matter of you knowing how to apply things into your own field and your own niche, and whatever it is you're doing, knowing how to apply the lessons you've learned, the things that you've seen to fit into your own style. Look for inspiration from other places. Like my content idea workbook is a great inspiration. So when you take that, it's a matter of still sitting on it, still trying to understand how this can impact. Take your thinking process to the next level. When it comes to being creative, there's no such thing as just like a shallow thinking or just thinking about things on the surface. You have to push those answers, push those solutions, challenge yourself to even know more, to find out more, to see how this thing can be more. Ultimately, I believe in talking to God, and I believe in praying, because God is the ultimate creator. So he would constantly fill you up with ideas and fill you up with thoughts. So it's so important to study the word and to pray, because I believe that those are things that really, really boost creativity. There are times that I go to God and pray, and I get a lot of inspiration afterwards. Like there's no other way to express it. I get a lot of inspiration, I get a lot of ideas. Pray for the spirit of wisdom, pray for knowledge, pray for discernment, pray for understanding. These are things that help you see situations and know how to tackle them better, know how to tell stories better, know how to relate with people better, know how to communicate better. It helps you understand yourself even better. So I hope you found these simple and easy tips helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're looking for more videos of how to grow your business, start your business, or market your business online, you can definitely check out my other videos here on YouTube.